Okay, welcome back to Sendology 101. See, we have the black SRT4 here, the 2005. Got the swap. The turbo is out of it. We are going to look at that turbo here shortly. It's pretty messed up. Yeah, we're gonna look at that. But let me show you something kind of cool that I got for this 2005. Do you recognize those seats? Those are first generation Viper seats. So, unlike, I'm not going to be using these old fat boys. No fat boys for this thing. There's going to be enough fat boy in there when I'm sitting in. I found a set of first generation Viper seats. Now, the passenger side seat has a little bit of wear and a rip, but I got them for such a good deal. Literally about the same price that I would pay for standard SRT4 Viper style seats. I found actual Viper seats. So that's what I'm going to do. They're going to take a little bit of adapting, but it really shouldn't be too terribly difficult to make those work. So I'm pretty excited about that. Not gonna lie. They just all over myself with that excitement. So look forward to that. Viper seats in the SRT4. It's gonna be pretty cool. More to come on that. Really, the purpose for this video was to look at the Arashi turbo that I have pulled out of the swap. Last video we looked at this guy right here from Turbo Bay Performance. You can see it's kind of kitted out now, ready to go back in place. And here is the Arashi 16G dual ball bearing turbo that came out of it. Now you can see this turbine, we had a blade come apart, and obviously it tore up other blades. This was a 9-blade turbine. This thing, I don't know if it's catching it on video, but it is no longer, not even close to being in balance at all. It's just spinning all over the place, jumping up and down. So it's possible this thing could have been completely off balance even before I put it in. Like I said, this thing lasted 10 miles total. It did not eat up the housing, the compressor housing. It's actually in good shape. It looks like the majority of the damage was back here in the turbine. So it was fun while it lasted, but we've got something even better on hand. So, speaking of, this is a cool little deal. I sent out a manifold to Matthew Floyd to do a big neck manifold on a stock manifold, and while he was there, I had him take for this Evo turbo. I had him basically just do a straight, because the factory J pipe on an Evo can be used, but obviously it's kind of ugly and just isn't great. He got me set up with this thing, which will go to the factory charge pipe relatively easy. So awesome. I appreciate that. I will be getting this thing in relatively soon. It looks like I will not have to change my wastegate actuator setup, even though this is a smaller compressor housing than this Evo 9 housing. It looks like for the most part it will all still line up, which is kind of nice. The beauty of using an Evo turbo over a factory turbo is all of the adapted lines are so much easier to remove than factory lines. So it actually made pulling this turbo out really easy. Install should be pretty easy as well. So yeah, that's it. this turbine came apart. We lost the blade. There it is. Goodbye, turbine blade. It's sad. This was not an expensive turbo. I think for the Supercore dual ball bearing was like $650, $700. I think it was close to $750 for the Supercore, which isn't extremely expensive, but it did only last 10 miles. My guess is to just terrible balancing. But yeah, that's where we're at. This will be going in soon. It's just been busy. I haven't had a chance to drop it back in place and do what I need to do. So that's where we're at on getting the swap back together very soon. So yeah, this was just a quick video, kind of an update of where we're at, and mainly on the turbo side. I wish I could say I was, farther along, but it's been relatively busy in my actual business, and so I really haven't had a chance to spend much time out here in the shop doing what I want to do. Speaking of shop, actually, next to the main shop here, I have another building that I put up, a 20 by 30 single bay shop that obviously will be used for my other business, but there'll be room for automotive stuff as well, which will actually free up some room in here as well, which it is a little bit crowded. So yeah, good things. It's been busy, and that's never a bad thing. But I do need to get some. Do need to get a couple of these SRTs back together. Anyways, that's it for today. And if you have any questions about the turbo, either of the turbos, the Viper seats, or anything, just leave it down below, and I will catch you on the next one.